Welcome back to Aesthetics Magazine. Discover more skincare resources at aestheticsmagazine.com. In this episode, we are going to describe how the sun affects different skin types. It is imperative to recognize that people have different skin types and to understand that the sun affects all skin types in a negative way, regardless of how visible that damage might be. More melanin, the coloring pigment in the skin, gives the skin better protection against the sun, and people from Mediterranean countries have more melanin than, say, people from Northern Europe. In fact, some people with fair skin, red hair, freckles, and those who do not tan easily are particularly susceptible to the harmful effects of the sun. These skin types fall onto what is known as the Fitzpatrick Scale, which provides a standard way to classify the typical response to ultraviolet ray exposure. It has 6 different categories, starting from skin, which is very sensitive to the sun and burns easily. People in these categories have a high risk of photoaging and skin cancers. Those with dark skin are less likely to experience visible burning from the sun. However, all skins are prone to cumulative damage over time. Thus, these individuals have a lower risk of photoaging and skin cancer, but they can still get them. Lastly, in the area of skin helping to produce vitamin D, people with fair skin need a short amount of sun exposure, which allows time for vitamin D to be made. Everyone makes vitamin D the same way, but it takes longer for people with darker skin to do so. The Fitzpatrick Scale was developed in 1975 by Thomas B. Fitzpatrick, a Harvard dermatologist, as a way to classify the various skin types according to their reaction to ultraviolet light. The development of the Fitzpatrick Scale was essential in the field of dermatology, aiding in the proper treatment of a wide spectrum of skin problems, from acne to skin cancer. The scale has undergone many modifications, turning it into an effective tool in cosmetic and laser surgery for almost 40 years. It has also helped individuals who are considering skin resurfacing and other cosmetic procedures to assess the risks of the procedures based on their skin type. This 7-category system classifies skin by how it responds to the sun. A person's skin type, which is often used to assess a person's risk of developing skin cancer, determines the size of the reaction to sun exposure. Type 1 refers to very fair skin indicated by the likelihood of burning and the inability to tan. Type 6 refers to black skin, which never gets sunburned. This scale is very useful and popular because it is reliable, it has different variations and many options to categorize skin, and it allows a fair judgment to be made with regard to the advancement of certain medical procedures. It suggests the unique treatment to the unique skin type of different patients, so as to avoid any kind of complications that may arise from the negligence due to the ignorance of the unique nature of the patient's skin. This in turn suggests that the use of the Fitzpatrick Scale is instrumental in achieving a successful result for the medical procedures, and it helps to keep its integrity and reputation safe. His research appears to have provided a complete and reliable classification of the different skin types known to mankind. The contribution that his research has made helps to advance the medical field in the area of cosmetic and laser surgeries. Doctors can now tailor treatments to the mutual advantage of themselves and their patients. This will give rapid recoveries to patients, plus reducing post-treatment traumas. The Fitzpatrick Scale will most likely continue to be one of the main tools in dermatology. The value of it is already well recognized in the modern world of the medical field. Its value shall continue to be enhanced as it forms part of the essential criterion in the determination of medical treatment that involves the skin. On the other hand, UVA radiation from the sun deeply penetrates the dermis. UVA rays are known to be the main cause of skin aging as they destroy the skin's cellular structure and its water-retaining properties. Being prevalent all year round, UVA rays are responsible for tanning and also lead to the early formation of wrinkles. They are also known to intensify the harmful effects of UVB on the skin, which in turn also leads to skin cancer. One other thing about UVA rays is that they have the ability to pass through window glass and penetrate the dermis. However, the extent of the damage depends on the length of time of exposure and the intensity of the UVA rays. Over the past few years, scientists have discovered that UVA radiation can suppress the skin's natural immune system. This is important as it makes both UVB and UVA2 significant risk factors for the most serious type of skin cancer, called malignant melanoma. All these effects, in addition to the damage caused by UVB, definitely show how the sun can be damaging to different types of skin and potentially life-threatening. If you have type 1 skin, which is the most susceptible to sun damage and burns easily, some protective measures you can take include staying out of the sun between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., which is when the sun's rays are the strongest, wearing protective clothing such as a wide-brimmed hat and sunglasses that block UV rays, and using a broad-spectrum sunscreen with a sun protection factor (SPF) of at least 30. This means the sunscreen protects against both UVA and UVB rays. As for type 6 skin, which very rarely burns and tans easily, the primary protective measure is to follow a healthy sun protection routine. This is because even though darker skin types are less prone to sunburn, overexposure can still lead to premature aging, pigmentation, and other forms of sun damage. Hence, it is highly recommended to at least use a broad-spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30 and apply it regularly, every 2 hours, if you are in the sun. Wearing sunglasses that provide UV protection and staying in the shade may be beneficial too. Lastly, for individuals who fall under type 4 skin, which seldom burns and tans so easily that the tanning response consistently occurs, the use of a broad-spectrum sunscreen is also recommended. However, what is important here is that the sun protection routines have to be done consistently, in the sense that one should apply sunscreen daily and throughout the year. This is because though the level of sunburn and UV sensitivity is lower than fair skin type 4 skin individuals are also at risk of skin disorder and damage due to UV radiation from the sun and other sources. Discover the natural power of vitamins with this new book, Understanding Vitamins in Skincare by Greg Rishaw. Learn how vitamins can nourish, protect, and renew your skin, all while embracing a healthy, balanced approach. Get your copy today and uncover the secrets to natural ingredients. Understanding Vitamins in Skincare is available now on Amazon.com.